What's cracking?
What's crack-a-liking?
Hey, look at us. This is
They can't look at us. It's audio.
They can look at us if you follow us on YouTube at our YouTube channel, 77 Flavors of Chicago. Go ahead, hit that like, subscribe button if you can. That was the earliest we ever did that.
They can. There's no reason why you can't.
Right there, right. There ain't no reason.
You know what I mean?
We go over this every week.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. We know how many of you listen on this podcast.
You're right.
See how many people are subscribed to our YouTube. The numbers ain't numbering.
They ain't matching up. So y'all go ahead and just help us out. We trying to get that monetization.
And you know what time it is.
Yeah. Speaking of knowing what time it is, episode 102.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. 102 of them things.
Is that crazy?
Yeah, it's wild. I got some trivia for you.
Okay.
Did you know that the Green Line is Chicago's only all elevated line?
Really?
Yeah.
The one and only L.
The one and only L.
Well,
that's elevated.
The only true L.
Got some dope history about this one.
I'm excited.
It's dope, and it's going to segue right into our guest for this week. One more thing, about 15,000 passengers ride each day.
Damn.
The Green Line. Yeah, that's
just the Green Line.
Just the Green Line as of 2021 stats. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. You don't know what else is crazier? This intro, because it go hard. 77 Flavors of Chicago.
It's Sarah.
And it's Dario.
And we traveled through all of Chicago's 77 community areas. We shared some great stories and took you to our favorite restaurants.
But you know what? There's more Chicago history and food to discover.
So join us as we connect you to the greatest city in the world.
You know why? Because this is 77 Flavors of Chicago. Yo.
Again.
You know? Again. One more time. In case y'all didn't hear it the first time.
Hey. You skipped that first 15 seconds.
15 seconds. Y'all are the skippers out here.
That's me. I'm a skipper.
Yeah?
Yeah. There's a podcast I skipped the first 15 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. Every time.
Damn, it's just not interesting. Is it the
It's
intro?
not interesting. Yeah. It's like it has nothing. It's
that shit just filler.
Here's why. The meat of the podcast is after the first 15 minutes. The first 15 minutes is like ours, where they talk about their day and blah, 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 blah. And I don't necessarily care about the host.
Damn, is that it? Oh, so
I don't care about the hosts. I don't think they're funny.
Damn.
It's like a storytelling podcast. I think the stories are interesting, but the host is
But they bland. I hope y'all ain't thinking that about us.
I mean, people have different tastes,
right?
You know, I'm sure not everyone skips the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, right. Not everybody, but somebody like, I can't stand their life.
Some people are. Some people are here to learn exclusively and are not interested in our life. We're probably skipping this part.
Some people are probably like, I don't care about you getting the new Apple Mac Studio.
Hey. Speaking of our lives,
yeah, hell
how was your week?
Shit, I got my new studio. That shit was great.
Yeah,
this shit is
people
great.
that don't know what that is, what is that?
It's a high-end computer. That's what you need to know. And it allows me to edit everything we do here expeditiously.
So in order for us to pay off the cost of the computer, go ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can make some money, because that's where the majority of the editing is happening.
Yeah.
Or book Dario as your photographer for your next event.
You know, your boy out here.
Shameless plug.
Hey, I be snapping. Hey.
Yeah, that's also his photography Instagram handle. So go ahead, follow him as at I_B_snapping. That's SNAPPIN.
For those that don't know how to spell snapping, don't let that red squiggly line scare your ass. No. It's snapping.
Yeah, it sure is.
How you doing?
Great.
Yeah. That's it.
I bought a new blender.
Yeah, you've been asking for that blender for a little while.
I have a couple different food processors that I really like, and I have a small blender, like a 2-cup blender, which I've had since 2017.
Damn.
And so I was like, I'm fully grown.
Right. You a cook.
I'm a cook. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I only blend 2 cups at a time? Sometimes I want to blend more than 2 cups. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I bought a Ninja.
Right. That Ninja, that you ain't even opened it yet.
I did DSM. I did take it out of the box, but I have not used it yet. Yeah. Okay. I just got it. So.
You got to start blending. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what the first thing I'm gonna blend is gonna be.
some mushrooms, some shit, trick me to eat it.
First
something.
of all,
You know what?
Trying to trick you to do shit. Okay,
Yeah,
just
that's
relax.
a fact.
Not everything's about you. It's my blunders about me.
Speaking of mushrooms, we had an event this past week, this Thursday. Damn. Dating the podcast, we had an event with World Business Chicago. Y'all know we partnered with them with the Chicago Food Stop. We talked about the Union Stockyards with Dominic Pasiga, who is a professor, former professor.
You listened to the Stockyard episode.
Right, yeah, right, yes. Y'all know.
Heard him.
Y'all heard him.
Yeah.
Y'all heard him.
Yeah.
He was there. We also had...
Oh, yeah, we had the Ballet Folklorico from the Back of the Yards Neighborhood Council. They murdered it.
Yeah, they went crazy.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Their performance was amazing.
Amazing.
Also, seeing a performance like that in the John Hancock building,
Felt good.
it
Felt
was
good.
like,
Culture's in the building.
Yeah.
Literally.
yeah,
we in the building.
it was nice.
You know?
So we do have a couple upcoming events we have two more that we're planning in the near future. We have Chicago's birthday. If you're listening before the 4th of
Come
March.
on, Chicago's birthday.
So you know what time it is going up. We got a DJ. We got cake all day long.
Miss Londa gonna be there.
Miss Londa's gonna be there.
Miss Londa, one of our most loyal followers, her, Mindy. There's several others. I don't want to do that, but man, Miss Londa gonna be there,
Yeah.
passing out her.
We're so excited. We
Yeah.
love her cupcakes.
Yes,
Check her out.
She having
Miss
a birthday
Londa, cakes. She is making the birthday cake,
Mm-hmm.
and she's decorating one live on TV on WGN.
Oh,
So
come on, let's go.
you know, you can watch us on WGN that morning, or you can actually come and join us in the afternoon.
Free hot dogs, fine.
Free hot dogs by Wiener Circle.
Let's go again.
And Eli's Cheesecake is
Come
also...
on.
Let me finish my sentence.
I'm sorry, I'm hyped.
Damn.
Shit.
Eli's Cheesecake is also providing the second cake. So we're doing 3 different cakes throughout the day because it's like a full day event.
Yeah.
So
And-
you know, there's gonna be a caricature artist.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a comedy show at night.
Yep, led by
There's
your
gonna
boy.
be a DJ all day.
If you would like to also come say happy birthday to Chicago, we will be taking happy birthday shout outs
Yeah.
to Chicago from Chicagoans or anybody that's in town.
Yeah.
If you listen to this on time, come down to the John Hancock building all day. We're going to be giving out birthday shout outs. We're going to have I think we're going to be able to print the pictures out, print the shout outs
Yeah.
out, post it on our YouTube,
Yeah.
on our story all day. So it's going to be lit. We throwing a party for Chicago.
A party for Chicago. So yeah, come check it out. It's gonna be really fun. Yeah, so that's the most.
That's
That's
huh?
the upcoming one.
Ooh, this is lit. Then after that we got Black Metropolis. We'll tell you more information about that later.
Yeah.
You ready to talk about this though? I'm kind of hyped.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm hyped.
You always hype.
I'm always hyped because the Chicago history just get me, like, just in general.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just like dope history. I'm interested in. If I'm being
Right. What's history you're not interested in?
you know, I don't know.
White colonial history.
No. I mean, that's every history. That's all the history shit.
Can I tell you a joke before
Yeah.
we start? So I was watching a TikTok video of, you know how British people always make fun of American accents? And so this person replied to the video and said, "Stop talking. Everybody got an Independence Day from you."
Damn, that's true. That's true.
Everybody's celebrating an Independence Day from
Everybody.
you. So
Everybody.
nobody trying to hear your opinion.
Damn. Well, y'all, on that note, we're going to talk about Chicago's history of the Green Line.
Yeah, buddy.
Green Line is pretty interesting to me.
Yeah.
It's the story, the way I'm telling this is going to lead up to Elevated Chicago. Janice, we're going to take a portion of, you know, the conversation we had with her.
Yeah.
So she could talk about who Elevated Chicago is and kind of what they do. Then we'll dialogue again. But to get there, let's talk about the history. It started in 1892 in preparation for the World's Columbian Exposition in 1893. So
By East Chicago, the World's Fair.
World's Fair, the first World's Fair. We in Jackson Park. That's where that line started, right? It was came into service June 6th, 1892.
That's crazy.
Yeah, as the Chicago and South Rapid Transit Railroad. And fun fact, early fun fact, the Green Line, or this line operates on two of the oldest lines in the city.
Wow.
Okay, so the first is, of course, this Chicago and South Rapid Transit Railroad. Of course, like anything, when you add when you add, transit and ways to commute, you get a boom in people and population.
Right.
Housing.
People want to live there.
Growth. Yeah. And of course,
obviously infrastructure, baby.
You know what I mean? And we know what that time was all about. It was all about the World Exposition. So Jackson Park blew up. Houses, industry, jobs, people, everything just blew up. The second line of the two oldest that it runs on is the Lake Street. Now, pause 1 second. Let me go back. Remember that it caused a huge growth, y'all. Just remember that it caused a huge growth back in 1892, 93, right? Fast forward again. The Lake Street Elevated is the second oldest line, is the rapid transit line, is what it was. And that's the other line that the Green Line is part of. It began in November 6, 1893, just after the World's Fair. It extended to Oak Park. And Forest Park, yes, it extended.
I like Oak Park.
Yeah, as of it extended there as of May 15th, 1899.
Wow.
And again, Forest Park, May 14th, 1910. So almost 10 years later, right? 11 years later. Fun fact.
More than 1999.
Yeah. Fun fact.
Okay.
In 1889. The Lake Street Elevated line, when it was being built, right? When it was being built in Cicero. Now, remember way back when we talked about, we had mentioned, I forgot what community, I think Austin, actually the Austin community area, when we did that episode, and we talked about how Cicero was the main community area that had Austin and Oak Park, right?
Right.
So remember that, right? Back in 1889, Cicero was the home of the Lake Street Elevated line, right? And that included, again, Oak Park and Austin.
Okay.
And they used, kind of like how they did eminent domain for the Dan Ryan, for the Kennedy. They used the political influence to kind of create that line, right? And what that did was just piss off the people in the Cicero community area, particularly the Austin residents. They were mad as hell, right? And that is what led them to say, hey, we want to leave this.
Yeah.
Remember, they went and said, look, let's have council. We voting to leave. This is part of the reason why they voted to leave, because they were like, no, it's running through our damn town. We don't want that, right? So, of course, as we said, Austin was annexed to Chicago in 1899. And here's the crazy part about that. Oak Park commuters were the ones left out in the cold.
Damn.
Because they were using the line. And of course, that line stopped, right? When all that moved to Chicago, they were like, fuck it. You know what I mean? And so Oak Park was actually left out to dry. Now we continue. Fast forward. I'm gonna jump way ahead in the story here because this gets kind of interesting. In October 28th, 1962, the Lake Street L had by that point had most of its stops removed, and they were mostly removed by 1948. So you think about a lot of the stops.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there were a lot of stops that were removed. I didn't list them all. I didn't do it because there's a lot of them. But they were created with a new elevated line because most of those were street level.
Yeah.
So so as they in 1962 created this new Lake Street L elevated line, the few stops that were added again were Austin and Oak Park.
Oh, wow.
And Harlem. I added Harlem in there. Harlem was included also because that's kind of key to this story, y'all. Follow me. And I want to actually play this game yourself. As I say these things, see if you can tell where I'm going with this history. In 1969, 7 years after that, the Dan Ryan stops were added west to south. Okay, so keep that in mind. And that included Forest Park. Okay. It also included the Dan Ryan stops from the Loop to 95th and Dan Ryan. Okay. You following?
Yeah.
Yeah, you following the different lines?
Yeah.
Now, this was to.
I thought the 95th was the red line. Yeah.
Hold on. Hey, look at you. Okay. So the point of this was, remember we talked about the Petway system, the Central Area Transit Plan of 1968, which was a subway primarily. that failed, of course, because they didn't know what the hell they were doing. And the pedway system also failed. But remember, they were talking about taking away the pedway system. Yeah. This was all in part to kind of help out with that plan. Okay. And that plan, of course, did not work out. Right. Which is interesting. All this is tying in. I'm glad we kind of did. This parody is following us again. Yeah. You know, we accidentally fallen into a story here. I like it.
It's almost like it's one city and we're
I'm saying, but I mean, but like the way we tell it is like, y'all, you would think we plan this. We do kind of, but not this good. And I'm gonna fast forward again from 68, 69 to 1993. Okay, we're gonna jump all the way to 1993.
The best year, baby.
Yeah. So new sections of the line, those lines that were created, the Dan Ryan stops west to south, and the Dan Ryan from Loop to 95th / Dan Ryan. Those were what are called, like, they were stops. They didn't run all the way through, so you kind of had to do transfers, right?
Oh,
it was
I see.
Yeah, it was like they call it A to B, right? So let's just keep that. Let's make it easy for ourselves. It was A to B stop, right?
Okay.
So that's what they were for, right? Because like it just didn't think about that L that was being made, right? 1993, the sections of the north to south and west to south were reorganized, and they ran all the way through now, both of those different lines, and that created the red and green lines.
Oh, wow.
That's how the red and green lines were started. So when you think of the west to south, that's, of course, the green line. And if you think north to south, that's the red line. Now, this is where it gets kind of crazy.
I think your definition of crazy is very different.
Yeah, no, it's not. This is crazy. 93, that happened. 94, the green line was closed. It was open for a year.
Oh, wow.
And the green line was closed for rehab. Now, some people be like,
wait, what year?
94, the very next year.
Wow.
It was closed for rehab. Now, a lot of people probably be like, yo, why, if you out of town, you like, why was it closed? These are old ass lines that they operating on.
Right,
so like they all, we give them the color and they reorganize stuff. This shit ain't new. It's still old, right?
Right.
So the newly formed green line closed down. In 1996, 2 years later, it opened again. However, with less stops.
That never makes sense to me.
Yeah, it happened. It happened with it opened with less stops. So Jackson Park was shortened again. So like you couldn't get to really past Jackson Park. That was it, right? And so think about all those people that's south and southwest actually that they had no way. And of course we know the situation with the red line. We'll talk about the red line another time. But So this happened, right? You know what I mean? Like where it stopped. Now, reason why that's all significant is, remember earlier I was like, yo, keep in mind how they were like, yo, let's build, this line
people
homes.
Populated the areas where the lines are.
What happened now? Why? So now you don't want to run it through. Here's what happened, right? 96, they reopened with less train stations, right? And part of that reason was the people, the leadership in that, in the green line in those areas were like, no, having, a line run through is going to make it look bad. It's not going to build houses and homes and business. It's not going to have, so completely different, mindset almost 100 years later.
Yeah. It's called we don't want black people to go north.
Pretty much. That's pretty much what it was. It was like, we don't want, we don't want it. So then 1996, the people, the neighborhood, the residents were like, wait a minute.
I'll beat your ass.
Right, pretty much. So we fast forward to today. And when I say today, I'm talking 2017 to 19, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah. So today's time, right? We got a lot of shit happening on the South Side now. Like the Obama Center, houses are just.
The University of Chicago.
University of Chicago.
But obviously that's been there.
That's been there for a while. But you know what I mean? Like that wasn't. I guess it wasn't a selling point for this. However, all that's happening now, right? So now people are like trying to backtrack and be like, we need this line now.
Expand.
But now you know how it goes here in big cities. Yeah. We ain't got money. We got money. All of a sudden, plans falling through. Boy, if you don't get on with that bullshit, you know what I'm saying?
And there's architects that have put together plans for expansion and what they think it would look like ideally, and submitted some plans.
So where we stand currently right now is that kind of like the plans of, the 72 and the 69 and all those plans, the transit plans, and how they, want to kind of figure this thing out.
Right.
We're back in those times, with this particular line where it's like we want to do something, but we don't know what to do.
Right. Because like, how far can you travel? Like, let's say you want to get to that Jackson Park area. I literally don't even know what the closest train. I know how to get there by bus.
Right.
But by train, you know what I mean?
We were kind of close. If you get off at...
Yeah, but taking the bus from like let's say you take the red line to Roosevelt. Right? And then from there, or the green line to Roosevelt.
Right.
And then you got to take the bus.
I think you can...
To go over the bridge.
Yeah, but I think
and down and south.
Let's see. Well, it stops at Jackson. I mean, there's a Jackson Park, area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, so that's
it's the green line?
You can't go past. Yeah, you can't go past. That's the problem. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't get,
Yeah.
I mean, it gets to that part, but like it doesn't. So we're talking Stony Island. We're talking like further where it once was. You know what I mean? Like not the Jackson Park. So like let's clarify that for people that's listening right now. You can get to Jackson Park and things like that, but it's hard to get much further than what it was, right?
Yeah.
And the different parts of it, because then you're right, you do have to get off the bus.
You just have to take the bus.
Yeah, you do have to get off the bus and do. But now people are like, yo, we want the train to continue to run.
I agree. I think it would be great to have the rain. The train. No more rain, please. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no rain. That segues into Elevated Chicago. And we spoke with Janice.
Yeah.
This was like your dream.
It was, because I've been following them on TikTok for a while now. And Janice runs the TikTok. She does a great job. Basically, what she does on TikTok, and obviously this is not all she does, this is how I found Elevated Chicago originally, is she takes certain routes throughout the city, and she'll say like, I'm going from point A, this point to that point, and this is what public transport is like on the way. This is what the areas surrounding public transport look like. This is what the sidewalks look like, blah, 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 like all of that stuff. Like, what is the general health of the routes?
Right. Yeah. So when you get off, how does it look?
How does it look?
Can you go eat? Can you go do something fun?
Exactly. So Elevated Chicago is doing some great work. I'm really, really excited that we got to speak to Janice. She killed it.
Yeah. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead and play.
Yeah.
And let her tell you about Elevated Chicago.
Yeah.
So what is Elevated Chicago?
Okay. Elevated Chicago is a coalition formed of community-based organizations, developers, artists, city departments, and we have a common goal of developing near transit in an equitable fashion. And we focus on this development in 3 different buckets. One would be people, so empowering the voices of residents, bringing them into the process of what happens in their neighborhood, and making sure their vision is the vision for development near their transit assets.
Yeah, that's good.
The second one is process, because developing near transit is something that involves a lot of city departments, and the process can be difficult. The process can hold back people, specifically marginalized groups that have visions for BIPOC-led projects or projects that are specifically to not build it for the next person coming in that's more affluent, or bringing in people that aren't from there, but for people who are already there, people who already have something that they need. And making those changes in the system are necessary to make those projects easier. And our last one is place, which corresponds to what we're doing today, because we are going to a place that Elevated Chicago has done a lot of work in. And the place-based priority that we have is pretty much what it says: building places and keeping places as well, avoiding displacement, and also bringing in assets that the community wants, things like grocery stores, affordable housing, gardens, and art as well.
Okay. So we get to walk and do what you do, right? We get to walk.
Yeah, so what I do, I have a channel on our TikTok page. It's called Can You Walk There?
This is Elevated Chicago's walkability series, Can You Walk There? I'm Janice with Elevated Chicago, and today I'm walking in Woodlawn. Where am I going? I'm going to a very special Elevated Chicago event. And I'll tell you more about it when we get there.
I started that because I was walking and it was all types of barriers in the way. I mean, it was trash, it was construction that had fell down, and I couldn't get around. And I stopped and I said, why can I not get around? I'm going to the train station. It should not be that difficult for me to walk to a train station. So I started recording it. I started walking. I think the first one I did was over on 79th in Kingston, and I walked to the South Shore bus. And if you've been over there, you know there's a lot of vacant lots.
Yeah, a lot.
A lot of empty land. There's a lot of abandoned buildings. And especially if I'm walking over there at night as a woman, it's no one there. It's not exactly somewhere where you feel safe. Yeah. So that's how I started documenting my process of taking public transit and the issues that I would face, but someone else would face. Me, I am able to walk, but if I were in a wheelchair, if I were using some other sort of mobility aid like a cane, it would be 10 times harder just to get around. So this comes into our place-based priority of talking about walkability. And we take a comprehensive look at walkability because it's not just having a sidewalk. There should be things that you should see on your walk. There should be resources on your walk, because you shouldn't have to go to the north side to be able to walk from point A to point B, grocery store, coffee shop. You should have that in other places, and it shouldn't have to be luxury either.
Yeah, right. You don't have to.
It's like a basic thing that you should. That's.
You have something called ETOD.
Yes, so that is at the heart of all of our work. ETOD stands for Equitable Transit-Oriented Development. TOD was something that the city of Chicago was focusing on back in 2019, and they did start offering incentives for developers to build things near transit. However, most of those projects, 90% actually occurred on the north side and downtown. So it was not happening on the south side. It was not happening on the west side, which is where Elevated Chicago stepped in and said there should be ETOD. It should be equitable. Everyone of all backgrounds should be able to access these resources, no matter your income, no matter your race, which set out the journey for Elevated Chicago to figure out how can we develop near transit in an equitable fashion, which is how the coalition began. And it took some time, because people are concerned about development near transit. It is a signal for gentrification. If you start seeing art, if you start seeing
a Starbucks
gardens,
just pop up.
It pops up and like, well, am I have to leave now? So you have to build trust with people, and you really have to work with the community early on, not when the paper is signed and the blueprint is drawn and you come in.
Oh, yeah. Let me do it now.
You want this? It's too late now, because you really didn't care about my opinion. You would have asked a long time ago.
That's a bar. That's a fact. Well, we about to get going, do what she does.
We are about to get going.
A real life TikTok.
A real life TikTok. Let's do it. Let's do it. This is like a dream. We about to TikTok.
That was amazing. We had such a wonderful day.
Yeah,
honestly.
we did. And what they're doing is very enlightening. I mean, like the way she started it was kind of dope. Like she just saw what she didn't like and some of the opportunities on her journey, and she just started recording. Yeah. So very fun. Very, very fun. Check them out. Elevated Chicago on TikTok. She is great.
Instagram, TikTok. Yeah, pretty much everywhere, I think.
Yeah.
Twitter.
We also ate.
We did eat.
At a stop that was
we did, yeah. The whole point was she took us on the Green Line, obviously, as you just heard. And we ate at a place that is right by.
Which is crazy because we were there at that same stop. Didn't even notice. And I'm telling you, we were right there during the University of Chicago episode.
Yeah.
Coincidentally.
But it was dark and cold.
It was. So, we were freezing our ass off and we got ghost busted. Busted.
Ghost bust.
Anyway, ready? Let's eat.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back and we're going to eat.
I'm Ellen. Welcome to Retreat at the Currency Exchange Cafe. Retreat is one of our programs at Rebuild Foundation. Rebuild is founded by Theaster Gates, who's our founder and executive director. We run the Stony Island Arts Bank, Retreat at the Currency Exchange Cafe, Kenwood Gardens, and are working on a new space, St. Lawrence Arts Incubator.
Oh, nice.
So We do a lot of things here. We have our culinary arts in residence, where we make a platform for emerging chefs to grow their businesses.
I love that. So they like try out their menu before
Yeah,
they
yeah.
would like to open a restaurant.
Yeah, so we do 6 to 12 month incubators.
Wow.
Aria Taylor, our chef in residence, is here today. You can get to meet her. We also have our coffee program, Control Z Coffee, that is run by Xandro, who's also here today.
So I'm Xandro. I started Control Z Coffee about 2 years ago. Started as an online business with coffee delivery all over Chicago. And when I found Retreat, Rebuild Foundation, they gave me a home to do my coffee program at.
Wow, that's really cool. And I see, is the alcohol part of your coffee?
That is not part of my.
Oh.
It's a different question.
Part of the bar program.
Yeah.
That is
This is
so
really
cool. So why is it called currency exchange? Was it an old currency?
Yes, this
Oh, okay,
was
cool,
a
cool.
currency exchange. It was the first Black-owned currency exchange in Chicago. So
Wow.
really important historical moment there, and which is really in line with a lot of the projects that we try to do here at Rebuild and throughout the Theaster Gates network. Is
love
to,
that.
Oh, that's really dope.
Yeah.
we collaborate a lot with University of Chicago. Theaster
Nice.
is, he's on faculty at UFC, was the founder of Arts and Public Life, so we have a really close relationship
Nice.
with them. And the reason for starting the cafe here was to have a space where artists and scholars and academics could come, work together, think
I love
together. And really wanted to have space in relationship to the Green Line.
Oh.
All right, so we wanted to give you a little taste of where we were, and as you heard, we were at Retreat at Currency Exchange.
Yep.
Which is such a wonderful space, as you heard from a few people that work there. We can't wait to go back, but we're going to talk about the food. But a couple things before we talk about the food is I really want to talk about the general vibe of the space, because I think it's so special, and they've created something so cool for the community area. That is just pretty unique, I think.
Yeah.
And so the space that the cafe is at was actually a currency exchange.
Actually, a currency exchange.
And it was the first currency exchange to be owned by a Black person.
Mm.
So that is, it was really cool to learn that they've kept the old signage in there. You'll see the old paint behind the coffee bar. There's vinyls on the wall. There's walls of books. There's
these old lock safes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
where
like
you put
little
your
cabinets and stuff.
You put your valuables in. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like,
it's just such a cool retro vibe to it.
Very cool.
There's a bunch of like working tables where you can sit and you can do your work. There's some like lounging chairs where you can sit and read a book or hang out and have a coffee. And you heard from the owner of the coffee shop that's currently in there in the coffee incubator, but you did not hear
Xandro.
from- Yeah. But let's talk about the food. We love the coffee. So I had a cinnamon honey oat latte, which was amazing. I literally just said, give me whatever you think I would like.
Right.
Basically,
Right.
I was like, I know you don't know me, but give me your favorite thing.
Yeah.
And that's what they offered, and it was amazing.
yeah, that I didn't have it, but it smelled good.
Cinnamon honey, you can't go wrong, baby.
Yeah.
But the other thing that I had that was really cool was the lemonade / tea. Right,
Yeah,
so
buddy.
it's a I don't want to call it an Arnold Palmer because it's not, but it's a lemonade and tea, and basically what it is it has a tea in it that changes color once you mix it with an acid, right?
Yes. Now you have to we got to put this on our Instagram.
Oh, it'll be on our Instagram.
Yeah,
Don't you worry.
because you gotta see it. Like, you gotta see it in action. Like,
Yeah.
we didn't even know until dude came down. Xandro came down and was like,
was
"Yo,
amazing.
check it out. This is fire. It changes
Yeah.
color." So I had my light on me and I
Right.
put it on there.
Right. It looked so cool, and once you stir it, it's
purple.
It mixes together and it creates this cool purple shade.
Yeah.
And for the food, so currently the chef that's in there is Chef Aria Taylor, and she is she specializes really in like sauces and seasonings. That's like
Oh.
the area that she enjoys.
Oh, okay.
But she
Makes sense.
goes off in terms of the food too. I don't know why she why she doesn't want to open up a restaurant. She definitely wants to go into the sauce and seasoning business, which I completely understand.
I'm all for that.
Yeah, that was amazing. Everything we had was incredible, and we'll talk about it in a second. The menu rotates weekly. So unfortunately, if you go and you don't find something that we ate, I'm sorry, the menu has rotated.
Yeah, right. It changed.
They also do rotate the chefs that are in the kitchen, not as frequently as the menus, but they do rotate because it acts as kind of an incubator.
Yeah, like a kind of incubator. And I feel like using incubator is wrong. Not all the way right. But
it's a space for a chef to kind of run a menu without having to worry about running a restaurant.
Right. And,
you know what I mean?
And somebody telling them, do this, do that. You can kind of play around.
You just have to worry about running your kitchen.
That's it.
And the space is there. The people know about it.
Could you imagine if like a James Beard person, like award winner, came through and like helped mentor somebody in a space like this? Cool. Like I just thought about it. Sorry to cut you off there, but it just like dawned on me because you're right. They got free reign over whatever they're doing. So basically, they trying on their own, which is not bad by any means.
I mean, she's a trained chef, so
yeah, right. She is, but like you know what I mean.
It's basically a space to test out your menu
and
see if people would like it before. Like, let's say if you wanted to open up a restaurant, right. You had 10 items you wanted to test, and then you get to change 3 every week.
I think that's a dope collaboration.
That would be really cool.
That'd be fire. You know what I mean? Like a nice little mentorship program. If you get like James Beard people come through and help if they want to, because you don't want to take away from what it is, which is you do your own thing. Because like I'm sure having another person look over you kind of takes away from what that is. But every now and then, I think that'd be dope.
Yeah, I think depending on the needs of the chef.
Yeah, right. If they want that,
right.
Yeah, it's just me talking a consumer of food, not a creator.
Yeah. And the space is really cool. They have a lot of events there. They have a bar that runs a happy hour from 5 to 9. I forgot the hours of the happy hour, but the bar runs from 5 to 9, I believe. Mm-hmm. They have really cool cocktails. Unfortunately, we went during the day, so we couldn't try the cocktails, but we will be back.
Yeah. Apparently Thursdays are lit.
Yeah.
Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays is place to be,
Yeah.
So.
And they're part of the Rebuild Foundation, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the larger umbrella that it falls under. It's an artist-led platform for art, culture, and development and neighborhood transformation, which is everything that Elevated Chicago also does. Yeah. It's neighborhood elevation. But let's talk about what we ate.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
I had something that transformed me.
Oh.
No, because I've never had it. Stop. I've never had these ingredients in this way. I really loved the creativity of the dish.
I got to get this one off. This is what she said when she saw me and she met me.
All right. No, but I loved the combo of the items because I've had like a broccoli steak, quote unquote, or a cauliflower steak before, sure. But this was really delicious it's called a roasted broccoli gyro, whatever you want to call it, right? And it has a I'm trying to look up the exact ingredients that were on there. So it's broccoli crown, a broccoli crown marinated in lemon and garlic with a spicy tahini sauce, onions, cucumber, and tomato, all marinated in sumac, toasted almonds, honey, olives, pita bread. So imagine this. It's a pita bread with a tahini spread, the broccoli, the onion, tomato, and cucumber. The cucumber is like slivers of cucumber. You know what I mean? It's like the perfect amount of everything. Like it's not, nothing is overpowering. Then you get the broccoli, and then on top of the broccoli, you get the almonds and the honey. Mm-hmm. It was like, for me, that is like my ideal dish.
Yeah, and that's 100% you. You've been on that kick lately, making it at home. Like you've been on that.
It's like flavorful. It's simple.
Yeah.
It has the different textures. It has like the crunchy almonds, the fluffy pita. Like everything about it just felt satisfying to the taste buds. Yeah, I feel like I'm a fan of broccoli. Anyway, yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
and you tried a bite of the broccoli.
Yeah, right.
What did you think?
Oh, I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, maybe I'm a little biased because it's a lot of flavors that I'm familiar with.
I mean, that's not biased. That's just shit you like. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Maybe that's what it is.
But to your point earlier, like about what she does, she makes the sauces is her thing. Like so, she is pretty much perfected this, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even joking.
It's really good.
Yeah.
And when you overcook broccoli and it's like too
hard?
soft.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
it's
too soft? Is that when it's overcooked? Okay.
Yeah, it's overcooked. It's like it's too soft and
Yeah.
almost like not enjoyable anymore. This was like perfect.
Damn. So overcooking it is too soft?
Yeah, it like breaks down.
I thought overcooking it was too hard.
No, undercooking it is hard
Ah.
because it's already hard when you.
Got you. So
Yeah.
I kind of like mine a little. Not you're not chewy though. That's what you mean. Like
No,
is that
I
what-
mean like when you overcook the florets and they
Yeah.
break down, you like almost can't pick it up with a fork.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
they just
that's
dissolve.
that's trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's trash.
Nobody
Yeah,
wants
okay.
that,
That's
you
the
know what I
balance.
mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Okay.
We also had the
Breakfast.
breakfast plate, which was house-made turkey sausage, and the turkey sausage has chunks of jalapenos and sharp cheddar cheese with a hint of maple syrup.
Mm-hmm.
It also comes with spiced potatoes and a fluffy scrambled egg.
Here's the thing. You can get the egg any way you want to, right? You
Right,
can, you
right,
can get the egg any way. I had scrambled. So this is where I think Aria shines so much, right? She that turkey sausage
Yeah, that was
was
really good.
It's a nice size too.
Yeah.
So it's a big piece, and if you are like, I don't really like turkey like that, the flavors that she added to
Yeah.
it, having the jalapeno and the maple syrup and all the other spices and stuff that she put in there, season that she put in there, man,
It was really the
Eh.
potatoes
Oh.
went crazy.
them potatoes,
They
boy.
were like a sweet spicy potato. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah. I mean, like you could. They say a breakfast potato. That shit was you. I had that at afternoon time. Like I have that. Like that.
It's not like strictly for
yeah.
breakfast.
Nah, that's a dinner potato too. Like that's different.
Yeah, it had like the
That's an on time potato. Shit.
Yeah.
That's what that is. That
Yeah.
it was her food. It is all that blended so good,
well.
so well together,
So
man.
well.
Like honestly, like you would think a potato and like turkey sausage, like okay, cool. You know what I mean? Like,
I would say
but the flavors.
only thing is that was probably the least visually appealing plate
shit.
in
That's
comparison.
true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But don't let that fool you.
Yeah, don't let it fool
You know
you
what I
because
mean?
like
'Cause the sausage, eggs are eggs. You know what I mean? The sausage and the potatoes really stand out.
they do. They
Yeah.
really steal the show.
And they don't. Honestly, they don't come with a side sauce.
You don't need
and
it.
I don't feel like you need it. You
At all.
asked for hot sauce for your eggs,
Right.
which
Yeah, that's just normal.
yeah. But I'm a person that likes a sauce for my potatoes,
Didn't
but I don't think you needed it. It
You did
had
not.
so much flavor.
Not at all. If
I would have liked like a garlic aioli or something
I
next
feel
to it.
like
That's
that
just
would
me,
have.
but
I feel like that would have been too much with the sauces. Then you would have
Maybe.
been like too salty or something.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? I
Maybe
think.
you're right.
Yeah, I think the way it was right now, it was almost like a good steak. You don't need nothing with it.
Yeah.
Good tacos. You don't need nothing with it. That's what this was.
That's not.
Shit, a good taco. You don't need all you need is onion cilantro, fully Mexican style. What you mean?
You gotta put a little sauce on there.
No, you don't need a good taco. Shout out
You
to all
gotta-
my good taco makers. Y'all don't need nothing else with
First
that.
of all, how dare you?
What you mean?
Why are you discounting my knowledge of good tacos? I've eaten tacos in like 6 or 7 different states in Mexico.
Well, sometimes Michael Jordan misses a few shots every now and then.
First of all, I am no Michael Jordan.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Wow.
No, I'm just no. I ain't mean it like that.
Wow.
No,
Wow.
don't do that. Don't do that. Y'all tripping. I know y'all in the car doing that. Y'all tripping too. Y'all be like, ooh, snap.
You've been disrespectful for the last couple days.
I kind of have been.
You've been
Y'all, I was
speaking to me like we're homies.
no,
You often do that though.
no, I don't. Y'all don't listen to her.
You called me something the other day. I can't say on this podcast.
What
Or
you-
ever actually.
Yeah, no, don't listen to her, y'all. Don't listen to her. Give her this, y'all. She tripping.
Guys, think of a word that I can't say that Dario
No.
only can say
Why you doubling down?
because it's funny.
Anyway,
All right. So the last thing we had, which again was like visually beautiful, super flavorful, was the chicken udon noodle soup.
yeah.
Also, by the way, everything on this menu is either $8 or $10.
Hey, you
So-
get more than what you need.
Yeah. So the chicken udon noodle is chicken, gochujang, which is a spicy thing.
Says the chef.
Most people know what it is.
Okay.
Hen of the woods mushroom.
Hen of the woods.
Yeah, it's a kind of mushroom. Fresh herbs egg in an umami broth.
The hell is a hen of the woods?
It's a kind of mushroom.
I ain't never heard of no hen of the woods.
You never heard of what other mushrooms can you name?
Mushroom, Super Mario, the big mushroom, the mushroom to make you super small.
Wow. I honestly don't know too much about the. I know varieties of mushroom, but
Damn, hen of the wood mushroom.
I can't forage mushrooms. I don't trust myself to forage mushrooms because you know why?
These mushrooms look nasty.
Mushrooms are tricky.
Yeah.
You know why? Because two mushrooms can look almost identical with like one separating feature, and one of them could kill you, and one of them could be delicious. So I can't trust myself to like forage for mushrooms, but I will consume it almost any kind of. Well, not almost. I will consume any kind of mushroom.
Y'all, I looked this shit up. I looked hen of the wood mushroom up.
Well, I mean, you don't eat it whole. You cut it up.
I know, but you got to look at it first. This look like an acorn, like a definitely fungus. I was about to say a fungus.
It is a
fungus acorn.
It is a fungus.
Anyway,
it's the hen of the woods, baby.
Somebody also calling it chicken of the woods.
I mean, sure.
I can't stand people, man. Anyway, yeah. Look,
that one was great. I absolutely loved that.
That was good.
The egg was sunny side up, and the umami broth.
Hey, y'all in these eggs and just.
That's because
I'm about to say some wild shit.
Yeah, you are.
Y'all need to go to jail. Lock y'all up for all the eggs.
Why don't you like runny yolks?
I don't know.
I think you need
why
to
do
just
you
grow
like
up
runny yolks?
Because they're
grow up.
First of all, they are where the entirety of the flavor of the egg comes from. The egg whites taste like air. Okay,
I don't like them either.
Unless you're whipping that shit into a meringue, I don't care about
right.
it. Okay?
I don't like them either.
So the yolk is the majority of the flavor. So imagine it's encased in this yolk bubble, and then you break it, and it just gets on everything. Okay, it's creamy. It's creamy.
Mm-hmm.
It's rich. It's full of flavor.
Yes, sir.
Stop. First of all,
okay.
And it's the binder of the things. Like,
man,
it
straight to jail. Straight to jail.
You need to go to jail.
All y'all.
Okay?
All y'all go to jail.
I just don't understand. I don't understand why you don't like it. You eat eggs. What's the difference?
It ain't runny. I just can't do it. I just can't do it.
Why?
I don't know. It just look where I don't like all the juices and shit. Y'all be putting them on hamburgers too.
Oh,
y'all doing too much. Just
call yourself basic.
This
needs to be the next thing you tackle is egg yolks. I need you to start enjoying egg yolks.
I've been eating mushrooms. Look, y'all be proud of me.
Oh yeah, he's been eating mushrooms.
I've been eating mushrooms.
He ate a whole mushroom cap the other day.
Yeah, from Nature's Find.
No, the Nature's Find was the.
Tofu.
They did not. It's not tofu.
It's not tofu.
It is mushroom. It's mushrooms.
Okay.
But not the mushroom cap. Remember, you had the whole mushroom cap.
Oh yeah, from at the black Black History Month.
Black thing.
The black
that we went to
with Ms. Lightfoot. Hey, just vote if y'all listen to this on Monday. vote tomorrow. Vote early. This gonna be different. They said this shit can go on to a runoff. They don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not making this political. Yeah. That's not what we about.
Yeah.
Y'all go to jail. Anybody eating runny eggs?
I really need. I think that's the next thing we need to tackle is runny eggs.
We can try.
Do you like hollandaise sauce?
What the hell is holiday sauce?
Holiday. Hollandaise.
What? What?
Okay. Well, we'll discuss this later. We'll figure this out.
But hey, we were smooth sailing.
Holiday sauce.
We were smooth sailing.
Look up hollandaise.
Hollandaise?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a movie with Ashton Kutcher gonna pop up.
Wow. It's not. Wow.
Hollandaise. I don't even know how to spell it, y'all. This
HOLLAN.
Oh, there it is.
DAISE.
y'all. This is crazy. I had to. You know how you just start typing. You just start typing and then hope the Lord take it from there.
Not the Lord.
I had the Lord and spell check. I hope y'all Microsoft Word just go.
Wow.
That little squiggly line come in and be like, I got your back.
The little squiggly.
I see this. Okay, man, that's nothing but cheese.
It is absolutely not cheese. It's one of the 5 mother sauces. The French mother sauce. So, like in French cooking techniques, this is one of the 5 mother sauces.
This is like the saucer in it.
No, they're like the basic sauces that you can make that then you can build on and make other things like bechamel, hollandaise, a tomato sauce.
Like Thanos with the rings.
No.
The stones. It's 5 of the bad boys. Power Rangers.
It's like making a grilled cheese sandwich, but then you can add tomato to it. You can add pickles to it. You can add ham to it. You know what I mean? But your base is that sauce.
Y'all, I really went off the rails.
Why am I teaching you this?
I don't know.
You're just nodding over there, not even looking me in the eye.
I'm looking at the holiday. Y'all, look, I really went off the rails. That was good this whole episode until like this last 5 minutes. I done gave y'all some bullshit. I definitely had to send you to jail over some eggs.
Yeah, for real.
That's great. I apologize. You know, I'm sorry.
Do you want to apologize to me?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, I appreciate
y'all, because I wasn't even talking that.
I think you'd love hollandaise sauce. Do you not eat eggs Benedict?
I don't even know what eggs Benedict
it's like
is.
A poached egg on a French.
Oh, you know I don't eat
English
that.
Muffin.
You know I don't eat that. It look weird. I'm childish still.
You are literally a grown ass man. You're about to be 40.
Yeah, I feel it too. Y'all, I hurt my slipped and hurt my wrist 3 weeks ago.
We haven't been to the gym in 3 weeks because Darby hurt his wrist.
Not, for real. Your boy can't lift. I was on the photo shoots and holding the camera, and I had to switch. Man, it's just crazy. I've never felt old. You know what I mean? Like, I tell you all the time, I don't feel old.
Yeah, but you fell. You know what I mean? Anyone would have been hurt.
I fell. I popped right back up and had to go to a shoot too. So I probably should have just chilled. Yeah. Like
then you like continued to do things with your arm.
Right. And we went to the gym. We went to the gym after that, and like that's I lifted. Y'all are bench pressing.
And you went to California,
hiking up hills and shit. So maybe that's why this ain't healing.
That's definitely why.
Yeah, that's why this shit ain't healing in 3 weeks. So, that's why I'm surly.
Does it still hurt?
Hell yeah.
So we're not going to the gym tomorrow.
I mean, like I can't do that. You know what I mean?
Go do some cardio.
You know what it is. I need to get a.
You know what it is. Black and yellow.
Black and yellow.
You're welcome. Now that song's stuck in your head.
Well,
all right. On that note, if you enjoyed this episode, send it to someone you like. If you did not enjoy this episode because Dario said go to jail because he doesn't like egg yolks because he's childish as hell, also send this episode to your friends so we can all gang up on him and make sure he tries egg yolks on the next episode. Love y'all.
Love y'all. For real. Don't go to jail. Bye.
Bye. Hey, thank you so much for listening. We really hope you enjoyed that. Please follow us on all social media at 77 Flavors Shy. And if you have any ideas and things you want to learn about, please email us at media@77flavorsshy.com.
Yeah, and if you could, also head on over to our YouTube channel, same thing, 77 Flavors Shy, and give us a follow, give us a like, and give us a good rating there. Make some comments. Go ahead and subscribe. We love y'all. See you next week.